Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this Silverstone Temjin Series TJ08BE Micro ATX Mini Tower computer case. It has a steel body and brushed aluminum front panel. It measures 8¼ inches wide and 14.7 inches tall, which makes it a pretty compact little case. And it has two 5¼ inch drive bays, your power button, reset button, two USB 3.0 ports, your headphone and microphone jacks. And here we have some mesh cover. Behind that is a 180 millimeter air penetrator fan. And here at the bottom is a 3.5 inch drive bay. Let me just turn around to this side. Here is a high and low fan switch and a removable dust filter that you can push from either side to remove, but I'm just going to push it onto the left side here. Here it is for easy cleaning. Finally, on the back, we have a lot of ventilation holes for airflow and a top power supply mount. But you'll have to remove the top cover by taking off a couple screws in order to install it. And here we have 4 expansion slots, a knockout for your input-output shield for your motherboard, and your motherboard does mount upside down, which is a very interesting feature, and finally a mount for a 120 millimeter fan. At the top of the case we have a magnetic removable dust filter, which is nice, where your power supply is, and on the bottom we have some rubber feet to reduce vibration, and in this area a mount for a 2.5 inch drive, and I'll show you where it's located when we take a look at the interior. Let's take a look at the left side of the case. I've already removed the thumb screws for the side panel. This is a little strange for me because I'm used to the motherboard tray and the cable management on the other side of the case, but here goes. We have a cutout for your aftermarket heatsink, a couple ventilation holes here, several holes to route your cables, tie-down points to manage all those cables, and here is the 180 millimeter fan I talked about earlier. And one last thing is that, let me just tape this a little bit, there's some space between the motherboard tray and the side panel, so you'll be able to store more of those cables. Here's a look at the interior of the case. The motherboard tray is removable and it's compatible with Micro ATX, Mini DTX, and Mini ITX motherboards. Here's your 3-pin connector for your front fan, and this is a removable drive cage which can house up to 4 3.5 inch drives, and on either side of this cage we have some foam padding to reduce noise and vibration. And at the bottom you have the option to mount a 3.5 inch drive or a 2.5 inch drive. And I mentioned when I talked about the back, on the bottom of the case where the mounting points were. Now let me take the screwdriver and remove this for you to show you how it works. So you just take off these 2 screws here, sorry about that. What I like about this is that the screws just fall right into this tray here so that you don't end up losing them somewhere inside this case. Just take it out like this. There's even a tie-down point here in case you wish to manage your cables there. Finally, oh not finally, I'm sorry, here we have a bunch of your front panel connectors. This is a 20-pin USB 3.0 connector, your audio connector, and your various power reset and LED plugs. Finally, here at the bottom we have a CPU cooler support that you can adjust by removing these screws from the bottom of the case, and it's so it can hold up those bulkier heat sinks so it doesn't put a strain on your motherboard. One last thing is this sample 12-inch graphics card I have here, and I'm just going to show you that it fits very nicely into the case, and it can hold up to a maximum of 13¼ inches for graphics cards. These are the accessories included in the box. First, we have your user manual, and here is an adhesive rubber padding that you place onto the drive cage on this raised piece here, so it'll minimize the vibration that will come from the stock fan on your graphics card. And this is a Silverstone logo plate. We have a couple zip ties and various These are motherboard standoffs and mounting screws. Finally, this is your USB adapter. In case you have an older motherboard that does not have USB 3, this will convert it to USB 2. That wraps up our overview on this Silverstone Temjin Series TJ08BE Micro ATX Mini Tower Computer Case. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.